feels good. Oh, shit. Well, I could say it all started back in 1993. I was 5 years old, Christmas Day. I got my first ever console, which was the Sega Mega Drive. And my love for video games began then, but I guess it's probably better to start the story in 2006. YouTube was just starting to become popular, so I created a YouTube account and started to upload my video game metal covers that I'd done. Now, there can't have been that many people doing that at the time because my videos were getting over 100,000 views in no time at all. Now, back then, I didn't know if that was really good or not. I didn't really have anything to gauge it by. Sooner or later, I decided to focus on just writing original music. And, well, let's just say that if I'd known how big YouTube would become, probably would have stuck to doing those covers. Whoops. I released a bunch of albums, but for years I had this growing urge inside me to release a video game-inspired album of original music. In 2016, I wrote a song exactly like that, which was called Game Over, which to my surprise landed me a place in the final of the Guitar Idol competition in London. One of my biggest problems is I have too many ideas and no time to finish them. I have an exceptionally hyperactive mind which never shuts up and never allows me to sleep. So I tend to work on several different albums at a time over several years at a time. This album really, I would probably say, has been in the work for about 7 years. But it wasn't until 2020 that everything just went to shit and I really needed this project and just poured everything I had into it. This album was very much a way for me to escape and rediscover my love for music again at a time in my life when everything felt like it had fallen apart. Music has always been a best friend for me, but it can also be a curse at times, as I find it very difficult to switch off. But with this album, music was really there for me. I just hit this unbelievable 3-part harmony. It sounds absolutely delicious. I just gotta let someone hear it. It's glorious. Is there a sweeter sound than that? It's a little bit different. Look how much stuff's going on here. It's just ridiculous. There's just so much going on here. You may remember, some of you, a snippet I put up on Instagram or Facebook or something. Alright, let the madness begin. Got it. What just happened? I thought I'd give you a little snippet of what I've been working on. It's a hell of a lot of fun, I can tell you that. You can probably tell I'm sweating buckets. Because it's about 35 degrees today, it's almost impossible to drink tea in this country when it's getting into summer like this. So it's very unfortunate for me as an Englishman because I need my tea to survive. My good friend Beth, God bless her, about a year ago she lent me this air conditioning unit. In fact, most of the things in this room are borrowed, by the way. That keyboard's borrowed. Everything's borrowed from friends and they just never seem to get them back. I don't steal. They can have them back whenever they want, but I just have very generous friends. I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, R2 over here. This is getting me through at the moment, but I had to buy some extra piping, which goes all the way the length of the room. Quite ridiculous. And then it goes out of the window here. Got this sort of cardboard, and then I cut out a little hole for it, and then this sort of slides in into the window there. So you open it, and then that slides in, the pipe goes out, and basically all the spiders in Australia come through the window, so that's great. Did have a bit of an ordeal yesterday when I found about 1,000 little spiders on the window where I'd left the window open, and I had to go to town. I emptied about half a can of Raid on them. Unfortunately, I had to. I've got to protect my family. Do you know what I mean? This is Australia now. We're not f***ing about. All right, we're not f***ing about anymore. This is deadly shit. You got to be careful. I'm so excited about this album. Look, I like to rotate albums. I like to have like 3 on the go at the same time. And you know, I rotate them like a Lazy Susan. You ever heard of that? Lazy Susan? That's that big table that turns around at a Chinese restaurant so everyone can have a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? But I know that Chinese people don't really eat pie. But, well, some of them probably do, all right? So I'm not stereotyping here, okay? Some Chinese people probably do eat pie, but what I'm saying is, that table, the Lazy Susan, that rotates. I start working on the metal album, like Moors, and then I get bored of that and I go and do it, rotate it. All right, I'll work on orchestra, rotate it. I'm suddenly out of inspiration for that. What do I do now? All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna work on some video game music. And then I'm sick of that. And you just never run out of energy or inspiration. You're always energized for the next thing. God, I'm sweating. I need to get iced tea, people. I need to get iced tea. Not the wrapper, I mean the drink. Obviously Red Thunder, can't drink that anymore. Red Thunder days are behind me, do you know what I mean? I did see the devil when I drank that stuff. Unfortunately. So it's very nice to come off the back of a very intense project like the last Moors album and to work on something just that's fun, you know, just pure fun. Got here. Okay, so Yuzo Koshiro is going to be on my new album. The guy who wrote the music for Streets of Rage, my idol in the composing world. I can't believe this. Holy shit. He's asking what the BPM is and stuff. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe he's actually going to be on the album. Like, this is huge for me. This is like a childhood fantasy. My biggest inspiration comes from this guy from Streets of Rage soundtracks. I just can't believe it. A similar sound, Streets of Rage. That exact sound would be incredible. What the f? My palms are sweating. This is ultra fanboy moment for me. This is just like crazy. I can't believe this is happening. I just literally can't believe this is happening. Thank you for putting the camera on because I want to remember this moment.
High five for not getting sued for the artwork.
Yeah, high five on that one. Pleased to get the offer. I understand your concept of the music thoroughly, reading your comment. He understands the concept, yeah, because it's you. This album is basically dedicated to the music that you've made. What kind of sound do you want? Mega Drive-like FM lead? Yes. Oh, Dave. I tell you, you're crying, baby. This is huge. This is huge. I was like 7 years old and I was playing those games. And that's what influenced me. That's what shaped me as a composer because of this guy, you know? And he likes the song enough that he will be a part of it. It's just made my, it's made my year. 2020 has gone to shit. It's December the 2nd. And I think we've just turned this year around. I think we may have just turned this year around. I'll turn the camera off there, I think, so I can actually try and absorb what's just happened. You filming?
Yeah.
Alright, Yuzo Koshiro has just messaged me. He sent me a link. I'm gonna go check it out for the first time ever. Here we go. This is his playing on the intro to the new album.
These probably aren't the best speakers.
No, I mean, it's like midnight, so I've just got this message. Just about to go to sleep. Oh my god. It's literally Streets of Rage. I couldn't be happier. I could not. I was just in the zone listening to that. I can't believe it. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you filmed that because I was just in the zone. I was just listening and I was just like, it's like he just wrote the intro to Streets of Rage all over again.
Yeah.
For me, my like 7-year-old self just jizzed. I don't know if I could jizz back then, but I just jizzed again, dude. Yeah, I'm gobsmacked. I thought I was almost gonna cry when I was listening to that.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Okay. I was also thinking, I could totally harmonise this second part on the guitar. Nothing has ever come close to how perfect that was. Like, you and I were just literally sat here, we were both just like, it was like I just turned the Sega on. It's like I just turned the Sega on when I was 7 years old. He's just written another Streets of Rage intro, like Streets of Rage 5 now. Like, I feel almost guilty because I've just taken this sweet intro from the Yuzo Koshiro bank of melodies. That was one of the best things I've heard him write. There were moments in it where it took you somewhere else, and there was a little trill, and then it went up high, and you go, I'm sweating, I don't know if you can see. I tried to explain what the album was about. This guy influenced this album more than anyone. And I said that to him, I was like, here's the album cover to give you the vibe. It's this. And he went, I totally understand what you want. And he went off and he did it.
This album is almost your love letter to Yuzo Koshiro, and he
in a way
signs off on it.
That's a magic moment in my life. That is. Every moment on this album so far has just been like, pinch, is this really happening? This is crazy now.
Oops. Are you playing
Hey dude, so yeah, I think it's pretty much just this. And then should be it, dude.
Sounds kind of cool. It's kind of got this vibe going on.
Beginning of February, it's pissing down with rain outside, as you can see. I've been in a bad mood recently, but I just got some news, just got a message from Heafty, no less. And he said he's gonna write a guest solo for my new album, live on his stream. And that made me happy. Hit the music. And that's more or less how I feel via interpretive dance. Thank you. This is for the vlog.
This is normal level?
I'm sat here, it's fucking 2 AM and I'm watching Heafty stream as he writes a solo for my album live on the stream. What the hell is going on? That sounds absolutely sick. He's getting there, he's getting in the pocket. This is crazy. It's a funny old life, isn't it?
Andy Gillian, ladies and gentlemen, he's right there, my friends. Right there, Andy Gillian. I was also invited by Andy to do a guest solo on his solo record. We could also track that today during stream. It's amazing. He sent me a picture of him and I when I was like 18. He started off as an early Trivium fan in the UK, and he's doing very well now. Video game scoring is what he does now. There he is! Andy, that picture is incredible. How old were we? And what was that? That was obviously the Ascendancy tour. It's just amazing that I had no idea you were into the band before, so thank you. The Andy Gillian. So you were probably like 16, I was like 18 or something. That's amazing. So Andy, I'm gonna do a couple warm-up things, then I'll rock that solo. I'm thinking very carefully though with this solo because you've told me the other people that are on it, and there's some freaking shred gods on the record. So I think I need to do the opposite of what they're gonna do, which will be like a super dad solo. I'm kind of thinking that's gonna be the move. It's also got that Japanese feel of the video game thing. I'm also Japanese, and I love to write stuff like, ooh. I was gonna say Miku pedal solo, but that's a bad idea, right? It's a short solo. It's a solo on a record with a lot of incredible guitar players, so I really got to plan it out. Really got to plan out to do something different. All right, y'all want to write a solo? Do you want to write a solo? Maybe on the 7th string. Do you want to write a solo on this guitar while I stream? And it feels like very funny that this sounds like the song from Frozen. Do you want to write a solo? I've obviously had that movie on way too much in this house. The song is freaking awesome. Andy said my solo's from 225 to 239. Andy, am I right in to say that the other guests that are going to be on this are shredding like crazy? Maybe like a Brian May shred orchestra, if he were Japanese. Brian May-san? Trying to stick in that Japanese key. Trying to do that like wonky weird thing. It's close. I think I have the intro. I want something kind of weird. The song's freaking awesome, man. I love the song. I like the screwed up rhythm. I did it on purpose. I like that now. It's almost like it's just like falling off the face of the earth. But I'll keep messing with it. We'll see if something better comes to mind. When a part is this good behind, it's very easy to make anything. I gotta say too, nothing makes me more happy to see that, even in like the smallest way, even if like you just kind of liked our band, Andy, like the fact that you were at a show way back, and maybe that made you feel like playing music. I'm not like saying that it was. I don't know. That's just so cool. That's all I ever hope for making music. Like a couple things. I hope for making people feel good, and then inspiring people to want to do something. And it's freaking awesome. It reminds me of like a video game character. So I think we got the whole theme. I think it's pretty cool. What do you think? A little video game character jumping around. There it is. This is Andy Gillian's riff off Andy Gillian's upcoming solo record. Freaking stoked. Andy, you stoked? I think this is pretty awesome. I want to bounce through you right now, brother. Andy, you need to, when you post about this, if you post about this song specifically, please post that picture of you and I from like, how many years ago was that? 15 years ago? I hope I made myself sound different enough for this record. I think I did. That's why I was like to do something different. You have the tracks, my friend. Thank you very much for having me on your record.
And just like that, I have the files. He's still streaming. You can probably hear him talking. This is the future. He's just live streamed. What the hell is going on? I hit up my buddy Samus, and it's a yes. We are going to get married. No, it's a yes, he's going to be on my album. My new solo album. Shouldn't be telling you that, actually. That's not... I think that's really knowledge I want to give away just yet, but I'll put it in the vlog anyway. As I say, you guys are going to get all the information earlier than anyone else. That's why you're on my Patreon. It's one of the perks, right? I'm going to give you these updates. I am currently bouncing the tracks with drums and without drums, then the MIDI of the drums on their own, and then the tempo track. Bundle it all up, send it over to Canada where Samus is going to track the drums.
Oh, yeah. All right, Andy, we're going to start here right away. Insert tona. Got the notes over here.
It's time for sex!
12, 22, 22, 22. Sex. Hey, Andy, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's this dude on Twitch who's playing... Somebody f***ing tabbed my Black Lotus drums. So he's playing Black Lotus, dude. Yeah. Just in case you don't know what I mean, Andy, like, say we got OH left, OH right, and then SE left, SE right, I can either send you all 4 of these unpanned or panned, or I could just like, you know, make a stereo mix of these 2 and then a stereo mix of these 2. So whichever you prefer. Alright, about to make the audio cheat sheet for Enter the Cave.
I'm under the water. Can you please help me? I got the front of the...
Let's go for a dive.
Yeah. No, I'm really under the water. Oh. Whew.
Good morrow. Have an email. I don't know what to make of the situation. I've been trying to get as many of my heroes on this album as possible. One of them's dropped out, so I've had to fill the gap. Toast is ready. And I thought to myself, who can I get? Because I'm a little bit disappointed this person's dropped out. And I thought, I'll give Dr. Brian May a call. So I dropped him an email. I have a reply. I don't think it's going to be from him. It's probably from one of his entourage. But Ananda's grabbed the camera because she thought, oh, what if Brian May's emailing you? You gotta... So here we go. I'm going to read out whatever this is. I don't know what it is. Dear Andy, thank you for your email. Your approach is appreciated. Oh, that sounds really promising, but sadly, that's what I'm saying. I have been asked to get back to you and let you know that Brian May it's Dr. Brian May, I'll have you know. Brian May is unable to take on any new projects. Apologies. Kind regards, Jen Tunney. Not sure if that's the alter ego or someone he works with. Not sure why Brian May would turn down a project like this, but yeah. Maybe aim a little bit lower, I don't know. We'll see who else we can get on board. I just thought it'd be funny to vlog that. Anyway, onward and upward. Trying to get this album done in the past 3 weeks. All I've been able to hear is this fucking dog outside going mental. And it triggers off every 15 minutes a choir of dogs of every dog in the neighborhood. I can't do it, I can't sleep, I can't get any work done. From about 4 in the morning, all day. All day, every day. Gotta love it. Maybe I can scare them or something into stopping, I don't know. Oh. So I'm trying to come up with a unique sound, a unique guitar tone for this album. Obviously doing a lot of soundscaping, chip tunes, synths, keyboards. I want to do all that stuff, but I also want a lot of that voicing to come from the guitar itself. And if I can create a guitar tone that emulates that chiptune sound, wouldn't that be a lot more special? And I'll bring up the Axe effects here so you can see what I've been doing. Called it Gillian Synthwave. So what I'm trying to do here is the impossible task of using my Axe effects and my guitar to emulate a video game intro, namely Streets of Rage 1, and that very famous iconic sound that Yuzo Koshiro uses, which is an FM synth. Can I do that on the guitar? Can I replicate the sound? I'll show you the original sound first, and then we'll see how close I got. This is, of course, the opening sequence to Streets of Rage 1 on the Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis if you're from the States. So I just get chills hearing that. Again, that nostalgic sound. It haunts my dreams. Here's what I've come up with the Axe effects. Pretty damn close. And it's made even closer when I use the EBO. Now this thing has a 9-volt battery in it, and it basically has some sort of electromagnetic thing going on in here. So if I flick the switch on, you place it over one string, find the sweet spot with the pickup, and it will consistently vibrate that string without me playing is constantly doing something like this. It's vibrating. And then what you can do is you play. Oh. And obviously the Axe effect is throwing up all kinds of weird glitches, which is what I want. If I turn the volume down, you might be able to hear that. I don't know how much you're going to see or hear of this, but just look at the B string. That's just the sound without my guitar on. And you might not be able to see, but that string is vibrating like crazy. It's a very cool tool to use. And when combined with this synth patch, you get this infinite ringing, infinite sustain. Now for this, we're going to want to keep it extra clean. So we don't want any resonance coming from the other strings. You know what? I think we can make this even better. I think you know what time it is. Alright, we've got the Sock of Doom. I've been using this obviously for all the lead guitar work. You can buy these on my website. Little plug there. Let's strap them up. And for added dramatic effect, we have a ton of delay and reverb. We have thrown this deep into the hole. Throw it in the hole, baby. I don't know what the note was at the end, but there you go. The synthwave tone. Having a lot of fun here. I'm terrified that I'm absolutely going to abuse the shit out of this on this album. Alright, one more. I'm literally trying this out on every song and every part. Yeah! Alright, I'm just going to quickly take you through the final boss song of the album, and this unbelievable guest solo from none other than Per Nilsson, who takes up the responsibility of being the final boss on this album. Pretty big responsibility. So glad that after about 10 years of asking Per Nilsson, maybe even 12 or 13 years of asking him for a guest solo for various projects, he finally kind of broke and said yes. I believe my message to him was something like, I'm going to make you into a cybergenetic octopus with 8 limbs, quad-wielding guitars, and have a cyborg eye and all this stuff, and he was like, yeah, that sounds great, let's do it. So I'll play you first the backing that I sent to him to do the solo over. So it's just got these chuggy guitars. Not much going on, it's just a really simple chuggy riff with a little tail there, but otherwise it's just staying on the same note. When I sent it to Per, he said, is it okay if I add some keys? Which are these? And I couldn't believe that. I thought, that's incredible. Absolutely, I welcomed it with open arms. I wanted him to be as involved in this project as possible, really. So he sent these keys. Let's crank them up a bit. So before, when you had this really boring chuggy section, now you've got It makes it spacey and ethereal, and he captured the vibe of the song so perfectly. And I basically replied and said, dude, you've just made it sound like a Scar Symmetry song. And I was very happy to welcome that into the song. Sort of an Egyptian feel, like a spacey Egyptian feel. Maybe like the aliens coming down to help build the pyramids or something. Just made it so much more grandiose. I'm going to turn those keys down now, back to 0, and I'll play you per solo, which was across 2 channels because he sent a dry and an effects. This is just out of this world. And what I love about his playing is that kind of outside note, jazzy, fusion-y style. He makes the guitar sound like a saxophone. It doesn't sound like a guitar when he plays it, and I've taken a lot of inspiration from him over the years. Insane. I just skipped to the end here. I don't want to give everything away. That ending was so great. I really got the vibe of his character in this so-called kind of gaming experience. And then I dropped in this explosion. I think there's a few different sort of textures and sounds going on in the background here to make that. Got this really cool spacey sound on the synths that takes over with the guitar in unison. But that ending there, I had to bring it back because I was like, when I got to the end of the song, I was thinking, did the final boss die there? Because the music continues to be epic, so that doesn't make sense. And I always try to write with a vision in mind. I want this to make sense. I want this to be a concept album that kind of makes sense as well as being awesome to listen to. That very much sounded like the boss has died, so why is the epic music still playing? Maybe there's an escape from that final boss now. It's just such an epic song that I bring back per solo just for the very last bit. So that's just the delay and reverb from the last part of the solo here, because I wanted it to sound like he's dying. I wanted that to be his last gasp for breath as he is destroyed at the end of the album, basically. And then I coupled that with some kind of sound effects of him, maybe like a ticking time bomb about to blow up. And then I think I've got a few other little cool effects going on here. Oh, that's interesting. I've buried that in the mix. You'll never pick it out. I'll never get sued, hopefully. Little Easter egg for you. Don't know if anyone remembers what that's from. It's quite an iconic sound. So I started to build up this soundscape. A lot of the album has actually been like sound design and creating that sort of retro soundscape of chiptune. Big sub drop there, and that's kind of him exploding. Reverse snare there. We've got the poly pluckers doing the little ticking time bomb. There's another huge snare here. God, what the hell's that? Another explosion-y thing. So I want it to sound like he's finally blown up. Massive ending. And that's the end of Per Nilsson as we know him, at least on this album. Just the guests on this album have been out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. Everyone's knocked it out of the park. I can't wait for people to hear it. I really, really, really can't. It's getting to that time. We're almost there. The final decisions, the final planning is getting done now. Vinyls are ordered. CDs, t-shirts to come. Cassette tapes, hopefully. So good. I can't wait for people to hear this shit. Hell yeah. Sticking the camera on for whatever vlog is in the works. I guess there'll be a studio diary. It's the 3rd of August, 2021. And we're approaching the mixing and mastering sessions for this album now. So I'm very tired. I've got a cup of tea. It's early in the morning. I've just got an email from Japan. It's from Lisa X's father to say, here's Lisa X's solo. We're getting to the end now. I'm going into mixing and mastering. Day after my birthday, actually, in September. Really excited about that. I thought I'd put the camera on because obviously I'm going to do some sort of studio diary. I'm trying to do a very realistic one. That's why I'm not wearing makeup today. You might be able to tell. And yeah, I'm going to do a very honest reaction to this. The first time I've ever heard it. I don't know what to expect. I really, 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 really don't. I'm a little bit nervous. I know Lisa X, she's far better than I am at guitar, so it's not going to be a problem. she's going to absolutely knock it out of the park. I'm 100% sure of that. But it's still very nervous just to not know what someone's going to do on your album. No idea what's coming. So that's not related. There's a Dropbox link here. This is my first reaction. I had maybe 4 notes in the space of a millisecond there. I was not expecting it to be that good. I was not prepared for that. It is so much better than anything I do on this album. I think she's 16. I think she's 16 years old. Oh my god. I'm getting absolutely upstaged here. Relief as well that it's not like, I've got to fix that chair. It's relief that it's not like, not that it's bad, you just never know what you're gonna get. I can't believe this. I can't believe that. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm blown away. Thank you, Lisa, if you're watching this. Thank you so much. You've probably just played a better solo than I've ever played in my life, so thank you so much for being a part of this album. You literally can't write this. I've just started sending all the files, I think there's 450 tracks or something, to my good friend Plek in Sweden, and I'm 46% in on really bad Aussie internet, and then I get a message from Paul Wardingham. Hey Andy, I've done your solo, here it is. I'm like, mate, I'm 45% of the way through on this transfer. You could have, I mean, talk about timing. Plek wanted to make a head start on the mix, so I'm sending everything to him already. I think it's a 7-hour transfer. On my internet, so, but we've got it, that's the last piece of the puzzle, the last piece of the puzzle, everything is done, and I'm super, super excited because this album is complete. I'll never write another note for this album. That's a crazy thought. You know, you have this kind of thing of when is an album finished, when is this project done? It's out of my hands now, it's on the way to Plek. Unless the solo from Paul's garbage, of course, and then, you know, I'll have to revisit that. No, I'm only kidding. It's going to be fantastic. As with all the others, I'm going to set the camera up now and listen for the first time. Genuine first time listen. You're going to see my reaction. Let's do that now. Let's set the camera up. Oh my god. 47% on that. I can't believe this, the timing. Today's the day. Everything's done. Everything's done. Let's listen to that solo before I get too excited, alright? Alright, I've got my tea ready. Oh, there's no more of these now. It's the last guest solo. Last time I get to listen to something for the first time that isn't me on this album. Let's do it. Listening through Facebook. They sent me through Facebook, so. First time hearing this, Paul Wardingham. If you don't know Paul, he's an unbelievable player from Australia. Well, he's from England, but he moved to Australia. Exactly the same story as me, really. Well, not exactly the same story. My name's not Paul, and I don't live in Tasmania. Cheers, Paul. Here's to you, brother. Yes! That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it because it's nothing like I don't play like that. I don't, we have very different styles. I don't have a whammy on my guitar. He's doing stuff I don't know what. That stuff. That note. Yes. I am so happy. I knew it would be. Absolutely, just no question. He's going to knock that one out of the park. Alright, let's get these files sent over to Plek, and we're on to mixing and mastering. Well, the mix is almost already done anyway. Plek's just going to have a final kind of give the old Plecky go over, and then we're on to mastering and everything. So Another album done. It's an emotional time, really is an emotional time. You put your heart and your soul into every note, every countless late night, sleepless night thinking about it. It is an emotional journey every time, and you learn something from it, you know. Every time you grow as a person, you grow as a musician, and grow as a composer. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. These are my babies. Every song I write, every album I make, I leave a part of my sanity on them, I think. So anyway, yes, I'm just loving this. So happy. Kind of weird that I'm filming. Oh, now you can't see my face because there's a big camera in it. This is probably going to go in the studio diary.
Really?
Yeah, I'm with Plek, one of my best buds.
Hi.
At the Panic Room in Sweden, and we are kind of mixing, I guess. You could say.
Yeah.
Well, we've already screwed the whole album up, but that's kind of my fault. Realised after like 3 days of trying to make a drum sound that we're just going to go with the drum sound I had originally, so it's the whole budget gone.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
That's right. But hey, what do you think of the album, dude?
I love it. It's so epic. It's like you dive down into this like nostalgia. It's so beautiful.
Oh.
Like everything is. I just love it. It's like going through all the like 80s, 90s memory lane. You know.
I'm paying you to say that, so the check's in the mail, dude.
I haven't even talked. We're all like so caught up in the how does that sound? You know.
Yeah.
So I haven't even been discussing the music.
No, we really haven't done anything of any worth. No, what we did was we tried some things, and they don't always work, so it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
So I'm just sending over Plek the drum things now. And then we're going to possibly try to mix the album, and then it'll be fucking done. I think it's pretty much there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's pretty much done. So, yeah. I'll just make a bounce of the whole album as one file, except for the drums.
Yeah, if it's easy, then I can do the drums on my side and send it back. And then you can just do the tiny things that need to be adjusted, and we're ready, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'll just get you a MIDI file.
Okay, cool. This is going to be easy. Nice and easy, dude.
They sound really good. So maybe just small tweaks for, in context with the arrangement, basically, because, overheads always fuck up keys and, small stuff like that. So it's a balance to get a good overhead sound. I'm just looking at my schedule and it's like, so insane.
Yeah, we need to stop doing this. We all do this with music. We try and cram too many things in. We never learn. That's the problem.
Up to which point you said?
From 218 to 256, just bring it down. Bring that solo down by like 1 dB maybe. 305 to 310. That solo could we take down by 2 dB?
All right, let's check it out. Sure thing. Yeah.
This is the future right here. Audio movers.
Future, man.
I gotta vlog this part. Got Plek over here doing the thing.
Oh my god.
Click here to start listening. Oh! It's the future! Yeah! It's lagging because I'm sending you the drum files while I try and be on a FaceTime with you, and I'm trying to stream from your door. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah! Yeah, so this is almost like a mini SSL. What you're doing is you run everything through this because it colors the tone in a desirable way that we like. And I agree. I mean, I knew straight away, like, that's doing something I like. And it sounded like it was kind of saturating it a little and just,
Yeah, exactly. It has this vibe to it that's, it really just makes it more interesting. It just makes it feel more alive and you want to listen to it more. Kind of draws you in a way.
Yeah, I'm really into it.
When you go back to the digital, of course I know exactly what to listen for. Like
It sounds sterile. It sounded sterile to me, definitely. Just imagine you're jumping into a swimming pool and you just shoom into it like that.
I'm doing just that. Right, I'm just going to see how this sounds. See if I'm on the right track here.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
That was good, right? It wasn't too slow.
I think I liked it. Could you play back what you did? Just to check. Yeah.
Absolutely.
One more time, maybe? The timing is good of where you do it, but maybe that slope needs to be like a little steeper. I like that. Yeah. That sounded like it jumped in. Question. If people are listening to this on Spotify, on their phone, I wonder how that's gonna translate on a phone. You know, when it cuts down, are you gonna even hear that?
Well, it depends on which phone.
Yeah, we have to mix for like phones and different types of speakers, and it's kind of different today than it would be. Ooh.
Maybe just use the same slope to get out of the water.
Yeah. Maybe try that. Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna try in headphones now because I really need to hear this.
I'll just try something. Just let me know if it feels good or it sounds weird.
Yep.
Just listen to it again.
That's great. Did you throw that in the hole? Whatever you did, that's it.
Just a little bit of movement around so it's not like a super static filter.
Yeah.
So just moves around a little bit so you get that more watery feeling, you know?
That's because I could hear it. That's why I thought it was reverb. That's why I asked you if you threw it in the hole. Because it sounds like it's the melody that moves. It's the melody that moves. It's that no. He's in the back of it. It's like wow. Dude, you're a genius. This is yes. That's the attention to detail that I love, man. I really appreciate it. Yes. I can't believe how good it sounds. Finally happening. Years of work paying off. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's amazing. Sick. All right, I'm gonna leave it there, bud. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. That was intense. I got the final masters back from Plek for the album. Put the headphones on, and I just listened to the whole album just lying here in the hammock. I've got tears in my eyes. Just what an emotional journey of nostalgia and another album done. It's crazy. I'm just lying here listening to this in full, just trying to soak up all the hours that went into it and try and relive that and try and really remember where I am now and you know how far it came from many years ago writing that first idea and then to lying here now listening to the finished thing. It's a pretty emotional experience. It always is. It sounds so good. It really does. It's everything I wanted it to be. So grateful for the people who helped me achieve this sound. I'm grateful for every guest I had on the album. I'm grateful for Plek for helping me mix and master it. I'm grateful for all the friends that offered encouragement along the way and I had some pretty difficult times along the way writing this as well. I'm very lucky to be in a position to have any kind of audience at all. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. This one's for you. And I hope everyone enjoys what we've come up with. I think it's really special. Something a bit different, but really special. It's a piece of my heart, just like every album I make. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Cheers. It's done. It's finally done. All right, on to the next one. What should we do next? Let's crack on. What the hell was that? I'm getting swooped.